Bet.
Classic ASL. So we've got a resident of one of the states, one of the United States,
Of
who
America.
allegedly called 911 14 times. Caller then struck when sheriffs showed up. The caller then struck the sheriff's deputy in the face as they were being asked to stop calling 911. Also told the deputy, in any other situation, I would probably have to kill you, or I would have probably killed you. Says this to the cops when they show up. This person was charged with battery on a law enforcement officer, resisting arrest, and misuse of 911. Their bail is $35K. It's a pretty simple story. I just want to know, what reason do you think they had to call 911 14 times
If
and then
this is
became
about,
enraged?
if this is chickens again, if this is eggs. No, go
It's
ahead.
not
Sorry, Liam.
chicken. So what situation do you think you need to be in to call 911 14 times and then become enraged when police show up? And you can hit the ASL too.
All right. So, can I ask this? The sheriff's deputy that responded, was it a man or a woman?
It was several officers. So it may have been men and women.
Could have been
but
any,
it was a
any
male. It
combination.
was a male
No,
officer
I'm thinking
it was a male officer that got hit though.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know. So it was a male officer that was struck in the face. I'm thinking this, Bern. I think it's a woman, right, that was calling, because women are fucking nuts. We know this. Reese Schnell, you know what I mean? So then that's how you go further, I think it's a woman. I'm thinking 60s. And I mean, my mind goes right to Florida, Daddy. Can it not? Can it not? Right? I'm thinking, I don't know the reason though. Reason's tough. God, it's got to be something like there's
reason is tough, and the reason's a bonus because it is going to be a tough one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So calling 911 14 times again. Last week we had a dude who called 911 over some eggs. I'm not saying that both sexes can equally abuse 911 privileges.
He didn't call it, but like he didn't call it 14
He called it
times.
once. He didn't get the answer he liked, and then he shot at his friends. So
Right.
14 times suggests to me that maybe we're dealing with a female here. There's a pervasive problem.
Well,
it's something crazy, but she can't understand why they're not coming to handle this. Like to her, it's totally rational that 911 would respond to this problem. So much so that she keeps calling back and being like, "Where are you guys? What do you mean you can't send a car for that? That's insane."
I wonder if it's something too, like something mundane, like these crickets outside are so loud,
right?
That I can't do it. Like these crickets are so loud. Can you please do something about the crickets? You know,
or like a neighbor cutting their grass. Like, sorry, lady. You know what I mean?
Like Florida, they got an alligator out back.
They got to cut their grass. But I think 911 shows up for an alligator out back in Florida.
Maybe it's the dog. Maybe they got a dog barking.
I think half of what 911 in Florida does is just show up and remove alligators.
Yeah. That's like that's an everyday.
That's an everyday thing. That's no big deal.
They're fighting gators on the reg.
They're already there. Florida. They're like, you got it, man. We'll send the alligator truck right over for you.
What if this is some backwoods ass northwestern area with a moose? Huh?
I don't think it's
like,
an animal.
I got this moose in my yard.
I don't think it's an animal. I think 911 has to deal with that. I think it's like a noise complaint for something reasonable, like someone like cutting their grass or like doing something normal, or like those kids down the street are playing basketball again.
They're swimming in the backyard and they keep swimming.
That's what I mean. Like, I think it's something unreasonable that 911 doesn't show up until they showed up to be like, you're in trouble now. Like, you're now in trouble for abusing this. And then she slapped the cop and said, You're lucky I don't kill you, or normally I would have killed you by now.
Bern, do you remember this? This is a little
lot.
guess the news history.
Okay, good. You know? I'm down for whatever clues you got.
Do you remember a couple months ago I had the story about the kid in Germany who tried to talk down the price of a fucking sausage?
The hot sauce. Yeah. This guy just wouldn't take $4 for an answer.
He said $3.50 and I want my 50 cents and it's $4. Right, the whole thing. Great episode available now on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Workers Texas Podcast. But either way, Bern.
Yeah, I
that's
think
the kind of animal we're dealing with.
I think so. I think this is a noise complaint for someone doing something that's totally normal and rational to do and not in an offensive way.
Burn.
A grill? Is it a grill? There's smoke coming in my yard?
Nope, Bern. I figured it out.
Next door?
I solved it again. I can't
wait.
I'm a fucking detective here. This is what it is. You got an old biddy.
Yes.
Old biddy, right? She can be in Florida. She can be in Kentucky. She can be in Nebraska. Doesn't matter. Old biddy got her hands on some Eddie Bells. All right? Whacked down a couple Eddie Bells. Got all whacked up. Started calling 911 saying I'm too fucking high right now. I've never done this before and I'm too high. I ate 2 bites of an edible and my son said only eat 1 bite. But I don't know what side is up.
No. Maddie, no, I think no, because 911's got it. If someone calls and says, I've ingested a drug and I'm having a reaction, 911 has to show up for that.
Even if it's fucking an edible?
It cannot take 14. An old lady calls and says, I've ingested a drug and I'm having an adverse reaction. 911, if it took 911 14 calls to get there, they're all fired. Like, you got to show up for that. I think this is, my neighbor is grilling hamburgers and the smokes is upsetting my dog. Or like the kids down the street are playing basketball and now my cat can't sleep. Like, this is something ridiculous.
Oh man!
But I do think old lady. I do think older lady. 60 plus female. Let's get there. Are we good on 60 plus female?
60 plus female, of course.
So we're good there. We're good there. So now it's location.
Like Florida?
We still like Florida. Of course, we like Florida. There's nothing about
we
this
don't like it. We love
that suggests it couldn't be in Florida. We're gonna go Florida. The bonus, the 911 call is what we're dealing with. I think this is normal neighborhood activity that this woman is just like not having. Like whether it's
swimming pool. Is that
kids
weird?
Are too loud
swimming pool?
No, kids are too loud in the pool.
They're letting their dogs swim in the swimming. They're letting their dogs swim. You see this? I'm calling you again. They're letting the dogs swim in the pool.
They're endangering the dog's life.
They're endangering the dogs and letting the dogs swim in the pool.
Ma'am, listen, it's their dog. It's their pool. They're allowed to let the dog swim in the pool. And then another phone call, then another phone call, then another phone call. Then a cop shows up and she slaps him and was like, how dare you endanger that dog's life? I ought to fucking murder you. Dog in the pool, Liam. Dog in the pool.
Or it could be pool again. They're letting the kids swim right after eating. It's 30 minutes. I said 30 minutes before you can swim. And they're letting them swim.
This is nosy neighbor bullshit. This is nosy neighbor weirdo bullshit for sure. So yeah, something with neighbors, just tattling on neighbors for things that they're doing that aren't illegal. I think pool is fine. Noise is fine. It's too loud in the pool. Let's combine them. They're being too loud in the goddamn pool.
Too loud in the pool.
Too loud in the pool.
In the pool. It's the pool.
Liam, we got a 60-plus-year-old woman in Florida, and they're being too loud in the pool.
Schmigley, how off are we?
Okay, so this was a hard one, so cut yourself some slack. This was a woman in Gainesville, Florida. Okay.
Okay.
So Florida. Right. So you hit on Florida. Female's
you hit
good.
On lady.
30 is the age, not 60. And the reason is completely absurd. So this woman went into a McDonald's and locked herself in the bathroom. Okay. So the McDonald's employees call the cops and say, hey, we got a lady in here, locked in the bathroom. Cops get there and they're like, hey, come on, what's wrong? Blah, blah, blah. Like, hey, let us help you out, okay? She comes out, she's like, you know what? I need a ride, but my phone's dead. So the cop generously charges the phone for her. But once she gets the phone charged, she says, okay, hold on. I'm going to go call my ride. And calling her ride was calling 911 and requesting the ride and requesting a ride home while cops are there already. She did this 14 times. Yeah, note that a ride home, and then not only that, when she's sitting there calling 911 over and over again, the cop's like, "Hey, if you can't find a ride, we'll give you one." And then that's when she lost it. Like, how
she's like,
dare
"No,
you?
I'm calling my ride. It's
Yeah, I
911.
would have called you. Yeah." And
I
like,
know how to get home. Thank you very much.
She's like, I know these guys. I've gotten rides from them before. And they're like, yeah, it was us.
Who did she think 911 was going to send? Cops.
Like, 911. So wait. Lishmigs. This lady locked herself in a bathroom in McDonald's in Gainesville, Florida. Right?
Yep.
She wouldn't get out of the bathroom. So the McDonald's manager called 911 and was like,
hey, yeah.
Can you please? We have a crazy. It's McDonald's in Florida, and they're third time this week. Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
So then
everybody who works here is 13. We're not equipped to handle this. Like,
right. This lady used to be our teacher. Then she was bit on a gator, got hooked on opioids, the whole thing. Right. So then they get to the bathroom, and the lady was, dude, she could have been dealing with a hard heater. Right. Phone dies. Nothing worse than the boring shit. I mean, do you guys remember boring shits back in the day? Brutal.
I've read plenty of shampoo bottles in my day, Maddie. You know?
Right.
Whatever's
kids
around.
Don't know. Kids
like
do not know.
Counting designs or something on the wall or whatever. Yeah.
Tiles, counting the tiles. Oh yeah. Dude, kids do not know. What a boring, come on.
Yeah, they don't know what we've been through.
Oh, that's real tough. So this lady, she's taking a boring shit. She's like, fuck, I just need to charge my charger. God damn it. Oh, God, this is the worst. Cops show up. Hey, you're in luck. We'll charge you up. Charge up your phone. No longer boring shit. Fun stuff. Right? And then the lady is just like, okay, well, I'm going to try and finish this at my house. I couldn't really get it done here. Yada, yada, yada. Got a whole setup at home. And they're like, okay. And then she calls 911 so originally the McDonald's manager called 911, then the lady started calling 911 and called 13 times.
That seems to be the case. Yeah. Yep, that seems to be the case.
I mean, Florida, thank you, Bern. We gotta do this, right? Imagine
Florida is the gift that keeps on giving.
It's the greatest. I mean, it's
like an infinite. It's like an infinite. It's an infinite weird news glitch. You could just type Florida in the search bar, and you'll get something that happened this week
every time.
Not only is it just like stuff that happened in Florida throughout time, like something is happening right now that might be on our next show in Florida right now as we speak.
Second. Yeah, probably is. This is what I'm thinking for the skit. Liam plays the McDonald's manager. Right? This actually happens. It's Liam as the McDonald's manager. Then the cop show up like, hey, you guys called us about the person that won't leave your bathroom at McDonald's here. And then Liam being like, yeah, they've been in there for 7 hours and they won't get out. And I got a math test tomorrow and it's worth 4% of my grade. So I really need to get home and study. Right? And then the police goes over, hey, and I'll play the cop, right? Bern's obviously going to play the lady on the shitter,
Of course.
And then, now, hey, lady, what we doing? Hey, police, what we doing? And then it's like, all right, I need my phone to charge and I'll call my ride and I'll leave. I promise. Okay, charge your phone. Boom, call your ride. Bam. All right, I'm calling my ride. Now I went, hello? Yeah, hello. I'm in the bathroom. I know. I'm outside the door. That's what we're doing. That's it, right there.
Yeah,
man, I'm looking at you right now.
Just look outside. We have people dispatched there right now.
They just showed up. It's us. We've been here the whole time.
Yeah. Like, all right, that's it. Okay.